Hello, how are you? It's Chriselle. Welcome back to my channel. I'm making another Create a Sim video, male version. I've been on TikTok a lot lately, and somehow I got onto hot guy TikTok. I'm not mad about it at all, you know, I just had to do research for this video, of course. So now I can explain to my boyfriend why I have all these guy videos saved to my phone. Of course, it's all for research purposes. Also, I needed a few guys for my stories, so I got this idea to make a small video just for fun. I was planning to do a series of creating TikTok guys, so we'll see about that. You'll see in the video, it was not easy. I ran into a lot of roadblocks. I couldn't even do these men justice. They're just so beautiful. I just tried. Some of them you'll see in my upcoming videos, especially the urban legend ones. I got spooked making them, so go check them out as well. Speaking of spooky, I don't have anything spooky that's happened to me, but there is one thing that happened that kind of scarred me for life. So this time I was living with my parents. They have what we call horse property. They have like a rodeo arena, mainly for ropings, you know, rodeos, whatever. It's a few acres of land, but still we have neighbors all around us. I saw on the news that this couple in our neighborhood went missing on Father's Day. They ended up finding their car on the side of the road by an empty lot. So that was really sketchy. There was like no sign of them. And this was like the next street over. It was like the next block from the house. No more than probably like 5 minutes walking distance or whatever. So a week goes by and people start search parties in the desert because, you know, that's where we are, Arizona, in the desert. They think, you know, that something happened, that they couldn't have just run away. So by this time, it was already very hot outside, so people were exhausted. And I guess their house was a few streets over my house. So our house was in the middle between where they found the car and their house. And it was so sad. The couple's kids were like pleading for their parents' return. So obviously the police were putting things together and said that they were suspecting foul play. Of course, you know, like how does that happen? And they were interrogating people. I'm assuming from the Father's Day barbecue party that they had that night. And they were talking to this guy who was their electrician. I guess they were remodeling or something like that. And he was the last to talk to them, you know, to see them. So this is now like 2 weeks later. And the guy finally confesses, saying that they went to his house for drugs. He says that they got into like a fight and he shot them. So next thing you know, like there's a bunch of cops by our backyard, but it's really like the neighbor's yard in the back. Guess who my neighbor is? The electrician. So yeah, that day there were news crews driving around and came up to our house asking if they can, you know, go to the back area and take video of the neighbor's yard for their story. My dad, you know, was like, no. My dad, you know, agreed, you know, that it's okay, they can go back there, but he just didn't want to do an interview or anything like that. Or my mom either, you know, and I was at work. So the next thing that you know, I'm watching like live footage of the cops like digging up the yard. And this went on through like the night. So because there was like lights and a tent and stuff like that, they were still digging. I think they were just digging instead of using like a machine because they didn't want to like, I don't know, break something or disrupt anything. So later it was confirmed that it was the missing couple's bodies that were found in the hole in the backyard. I guess that guy was asking my dad for, you know, to use the backhoe, or my dad's friends to use the backhoe because I guess, you know, to dig that big hole. So I guess that's the time I found out our neighbor hid bodies in his backyard. And you know what too? Now looking back, I remember around that time my dad's dog went missing too. I drove around the neighborhood, you know, stopping in random places and yelling for the dog. And I remember I stopped in front of that neighbor's yard and he gave me like the dirtiest look as I slowly drove by looking around for the lost dog. So I can't even imagine what was going through his head at that time. Anyway, I'll leave you with the rest of the cast video. They will be up on the gallery when the video comes out, hopefully. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment about something traumatic that happened to you. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you so much. Bye!